charter is the last thought on anyone's mind when they hear a team project. Usually the first thought in anyone's mind is, I hope I get a good team, or why can't I just do this on my own? But with the introduction of a team charter to a group, any worries one might have can all be discussed and agreed upon as one. The primary function of a team charter is to establish the class, which will help alleviate any frustrations that the team will operate as one, helping to maximize the need to a good team charter with all members, which will help build the team camaraderie during the team charter discussion. Now that we've determined the need of a team charter, the format of a team charter has really the limit, depending on the need of the team, but a basic format will consist of 7 sections. The mission statement is the why behind the group, why are we formed, and what is the end result wanted. Second is the team vision, and this is the how we will operate to achieve the mission statement. Team identity is the group's overall information and the motherboard of the team. Information such as contact information, strengths, weaknesses, techniques, all help the team to operate well together. The first 3 sections can be viewed as the admin section, while the next 3 should be viewed as the working section. Boundaries are simply limits on the scope of what is desired outcome of the team. Serve the left and right limits of work. Operating guidelines are just that, guidelines in which the team will operate, better known as rules. Performance norms, concept rules, and lay out the work expectations, and what will happen if those expectations are not met. This could be as simple as working hours, management of late work, etc. The last section is simply the most important. Section which all members will sign or omit in all sections and agree to abide by them. Now that we have identified the team's conduit, some might ask, what is the what on this? It's just the expectations up front, so they will enter the reference or any differences to be settled. At the end of the day, all members agree to document as a team, but with this document, the team should operate. Now we follow the site. So my question are effective communication can be the key to success. The direction leads to capability amongst team members to precise objectives. Once identified, members of the team know how their role will directly contribute to the client as a whole. In the end, effective team communication is the key to a successful team. It allows transparency amongst team members, evaluation of how a lack of communication and how when teams communicate effectively for the creation of interest. Now over.
Groupthink in a nutshell is when a group of individuals, whether it's lack of motivation or maybe they're just not outgoing people, they all adapt a common idea or get behind the same solution, whether they believe in the solution or not. or even believing that the solution will be effective. There are some downfalls and benefits to groupthink. When it comes to thinking or mindset, usually the process suffers due to lack of options, lack of fixing the actual problem, and sometimes members feel it's ineffective after the project. Groupthink tends to speed up the process, gives potential members who had the idea confidence going forward, and get back to their regular duties in a timely manner. Tips to stay away from groupthink mentality, because it does undercut the problem decision-making process that usually gets to the root of the problem and also gives you options that most people probably would not have thought of on their own. Teams are literally putting their name to a potential failed product, which could affect their involvement in projects in the future. Next, Kelsey.
So for conflicts with diverse groups and teams, there's no way to possibly avoid conflict entirely. People naturally do not get along with one another due to different thoughts, opinions, and experiences. How you choose to deal with those make the difference between having a successful team and one. There are conflicts, one being to simply accommodate one another that can keep the peace between the different parties. This is typically not recommended for major problems, but more minor issues that will not matter either way of the solution. Compromising together is another option as well. They refuse to give up something in order to get one solution out with it, which will allow the best outcome. Another strategy would be to collaborate different ideas into one single idea. Teams or groups usually do this when there can only be one solution and there are several small ideas that need one complete idea. Techniques to tackle a conflict are just as important as the strategy used. Listening before you speak out is something that everyone needs to practice in every business and even personal life as well. By listening first, it will allow others to fully understand the other party's explanation for the reason behind what they want to do or what they did do. Being impartial will allow someone to see the situation from all different angles. It is highly important to not lean towards one direction, showing one party favoritism over another. By showing that, you show who you are going to choose in the end, whether you have officially made a decision or not. This will only create conflict between the two or more parties, and not only that, but will create unnecessary tension as well. When conflict rises, it is important to face it head on. Most people think that when they ignore something, that it will eventually disappear. However, that is simply not the case. In conclusion, briefly, as our group, we have given a small snapshot of some of the positive charter, effective team communications, groupthink as a decision-making process, and conflict resolution strategies. These are some helpful strategies to help in creating team dynamics.